Hey y'all, Greg Smith here. On today's episode, I am going to be talking to you guys about the 6 steps to financial freedom. So, for us to start out talking about the 6 steps to financial freedom, I want to break it down like this. And I go through this with every one of my clients that I meet with. The first area is your cash flow. Okay, so we want to make sure that we manage your expenses. Okay, so not everybody knows what their budget is, what their spending habits are. So we lay that out for everyone. And that is very important for you to understand is where your money is going currently. And then you can look into how to manage that, how to cut back in certain areas that you may be overspending. And then also looking at areas that you may not understand, such as your home, auto, health insurance. Chances are you're missing some extra money there by just getting a requote every 6 to 12 months on some of those things. It can really help manage those expenses and up that cash flow. The second area, that is your debt management, right? We want to look at managing that money as best possible, paying it down as efficiently as possible. We do utilize, and I help set up the debt snowball or debt avalanche. I utilize that from my background going through the car business and things like that. I understand what it's like to refinance a car as well, because sometimes most people don't realize that they have the option to refinance a car with their local bank or credit union. If they don't see that they're going to keep that vehicle forever, I always advise them, look, go check with your bank, and if you can refinance and extend those terms, that'll free up your cash flow. And most people do trade every 2, 3, 4 years, so it doesn't really matter how long you finance it for. Yeah, you may pay a little more in interest, but your cash flow is going to be freed up to do other things with, and then you can go trade that vehicle in whenever you want to. So that is part of the debt management that we do. Number three is your emergency fund. We want everyone to have at least $1,000 worth of emergency fund to come, help with life unexpected expenses. $1,000 can solve about 60% of life emergencies. Now, realistically, we want to have between 3 to 6 months, depending on your household. Okay, if you're young, you're single, yeah, 3 months, you're good. If you want to have a little extra in the bank, go for 6 months. That's up to you. But 3 months is really good. Now, if you're married with kids, you got a bunch of people to help in the house, then you need to have at least 6 months set up. Now, am I saying stop everything you're doing and put 3 to 6 months away right now? No, but consciously make an effort towards that. Free up some of that money in your cash flow, in your debt management, and start moving some of that to your emergency fund as well. Now, another area that a full comprehensive plan is not complete without is that proper protection, right? We're talking about life insurance, we're talking about disability, long term, short term, long term care, everything, proper protection. Me, I am the primary breadwinner in my household. If I did not have the proper protection and I passed away early unexpectedly, we would have to yank my daughter out of, the school we have her in. We'd have to sell the house, sell the cars. It's a whole mess that can be avoided by very, very simple protection. And I'm not talking about your group term insurance through work. You paying for it cheap, you're going to get cheap insurance. I'm just going to leave it there. Now, the fifth area is building wealth, right? We want your money to grow. We want to help you grow your money so that you outpace inflation because obviously it's really high right now. You want to outpace that inflation. You want to get the growth. You want to prepare yourself for retirement to the point where you won't have to worry about outliving your money. That is one of the number one worries of retired people is outliving their money. Now, for also what we do with building your wealth is that we teach people who are in the middle American, they're um, not super knowledgeable about all the options out there, right? They're maybe told to get a 401k and their social security is going to take care of the rest. Well, that's just not true. It's not going to happen that way. So we like to teach people other ways to grow their money, to protect their money if in case the market drops, because let's face it, middle Americans cannot afford to lose a lot of money. Like back in '08, it really decimated middle Americans. So that is one area we focus on as well. Last but not least is preserving your wealth. Setting up a will, a trust, making sure that you have everything structured properly. You've worked hard all your life to be where you're at whenever it is time for you to pass. So you want that money to create a legacy, to go to who you want to your kids, your grandkids, whatever it may be, as much as possible. You want to avoid probate court as much as you can, pay as little in taxes as you can. So you want to pass on that wealth as best possible. So those are my 6 steps to financial freedom. Like I said, I work with all my clients in this area. And if you want to have your own financial freedom roadmap done for you, I am more than happy to go through that with you. Just click the link that I have in my bio. It's going to have all of my information, how to get a hold of me, and let's just have a basic conversation and set you on the right path to financial freedom.